I love the chaos, I love everything about it. I enjoyed being on set making films, but I wasn't happy like on a day-to-day life. I love to create moments that just feel like home. I've been living outside of Portugal for 5 years now, and I came here alone, not knowing anything. Before I created Barbs, I was a little confused with what I liked, with who I was. In the beginning, I was like, oh my God, how do I start a business? Like everything about the inspection. I was just so scared of everything. Then I met Simon and I was like, oh God, now I have to bake.
What's the biggest fail that you've experienced so far?
It's funny because my biggest one yet was yesterday. The thing that I stand by, like I need to try everything that I want to do. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna learn from it and maybe it was not for me. I just wanted to be happy.
Hi neighbors, welcome back to Stories Next Door. I'm your host, JEICY Joyce. Today I'm holding a very special box with me because my guest today is a baker. She's living her dream of baking, and I met her recently. I tried one of her cakes and I said, you know what? I need to have her on so that she can tell us what she puts in them, but also tell us a bit about her dream. Barbs, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm very excited.
So before we start, I want to try them again because last time I did, I was like, girl, what are you putting in them? But they're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
It's all nice. And it says, let me read this out because this is just heartwarming. So it says, thank you. Barbs Bakes was born from my desire to create a brand that feels like a warm hug from a loved one, to craft products that are more than just sweet treats, but little reminders of comfort, warmth, happiness, and love. That is so sweet.
Thank you.
Honestly.
When I wrote it, I was scared that it was going to be like too cheesy, but then I was like, no, I have to show what I am, and that's what I am, cheesy. So there you go.
Yeah, this is amazing. Honestly,
Thank
love
you.
Barbs. Okay, let's just open them. Okay, sealed with love. Oh.
I hope they're not too wonky from the travel.
No, that's totally fine, girl. The taste is what matters. Oh my gosh. Guys, you know what? I hope they can see this because it's pink. It has the raspberries on top of it. And it's just nice and fluffy. Girl. Oh, these are so nice.
Thank you.
Love them.
I'm so happy you like them.
Now we'll try them more later, but thank you so much for this. These are nice.
Of course.
That was so delicious. Thank you so much for bringing
Oh,
those.
it's okay. Don't worry.
For someone who does not know Barbs, who is Barbs?
Barbs is a very passionate individual. I'm very passionate about everything I do. I do have a lot of passions, and that I think before I created Barbs, I was a little confused with what I liked, with who I was. And, I went through kind of like an anxiety and depression phase because I was just like trying to figure everything out, which I think it's the case for a lot of people in their 20s.
That's so normal. Mm-hmm.
But now I think I'm happy. I'm really happy, and I'm just very excited about doing things. I'm a hard worker. I like to work hard. I like to be busy. And yeah, that's mostly me.
Yes, and your personality does show online. You're so
Thank
bubbly
you.
even when creating your videos. They're so relatable.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and I am so glad that you're doing what you actually love.
Yeah.
So was it something that you started when you're a child? You've always liked to bake, or how did the dream come about?
So I've always loved to bake. I used to my family used to make these dinners at our house, and then I would create menus, like dessert menus, and then I would tell them, like, you can't come in the kitchen. I'm going to create beautiful recipes. And then it would be just something like very simple, like a strawberry with chocolate on top. Mm-hmm. But I was very excited about it, and that's where it started. But I've been baking my whole life, like for my family, for friends. I've never actually thought about turning it into a business up until maybe the beginning of this year, end of last year. but it was always something that made me very happy, and I just like to do in my free time.
Yeah. What's your background?
I'm originally from Portugal, and then I came here 5 years ago to study media and communications. And
No wonder you're good with like social media. Like, girl, you're doing really great.
yeah, I did a course on that. And then I also did, when I finished, I was like, oh my God, I don't like this. This is not what I want to do. I tried a few jobs and I just didn't like it. And then I went into acting. So I did that for 2 years, but still it didn't make me happy. I enjoyed being on set, making films, but I wasn't happy like on a day-to-day life. So that's why I started Barbs Bakes. I just wanted to be happy.
Yeah, honestly. And one more thing that say, you are rocking a ring, a really big one.
Yes.
It's blinding me
Yes.
this time. People say that dating in London is very hard. How did you find dating in London?
So he's Portuguese,
Okay.
but we met in Coventry while I was studying my undergraduate. We met because I was friends with his best friend, so he came to visit him, and we had this weekend that we met, and it was like love at first sight, and we just kept talking for months and months on the distance because he was living in Portugal. And then after like 4 or 5 months, he moved to London to do a master's degree. And then we started living together, and 5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, no, girl, he's a keeper, because that ring, I was like, girl, I need one of those.
He's special.
Yeah, no, that's a really good one. So the first time I heard about baking with Barbs was through Simon Squibb. You met him, and he asked you what your dream was. Take me back to that moment. How did you feel?
So it was kind of funny because I've been seeing these videos for a long time, and I was like, oh my God, imagine if that one day that happened to me. I don't know what I would say. I would be so stressed. But my dad came to visit me, and we were like, okay, let's go to central London to just visit. And then I saw Simon, and I was like, oh God, I have to go talk to him. I can't just pass this opportunity. So I was actually the one who came to him. I was like, Simon, I need to tell you about my dream. And it was just so crazy because I've been thinking about creating Barbs for like 4 months at that point. I've been testing recipes. I've been doing all of these things, but I think I was putting it off because I was like a little bit scared. I didn't know what to do, like what the first steps would be. But then I met Simon, and I was like, oh God, now I have to bake these cinnamon rolls for today. So I just went straight home, started baking. No central London that day with my dad. We just went straight home. And then, we had the event that day, and it was such a crazy experience to meet everyone. Like, my social media just started from there, and it just forced me to actually start what I've been thinking about and not just keep it in my mind, So it was a very special day.
Yes, I think that's the thing about starting a business. Fears are always there. Okay, if you let fears get in the way of you reaching your fullest potential, you'll stay where you are. But you just start with whatever you have.
Yeah.
How has that journey been for you? So obviously, as you say, you did not know anything, but how is the learning process for you?
So for me, my idea with Barbs was mainly to make cakes. That's what I always wanted to do. And I've been testing recipes and practicing decorating for months. But I was like, I feel like I just need more time to do that. So I'm just going to start with something that I do know how to do. Everyone in my family loves my buns. So I was just like, I'm just going to start with that and not get my fear ahead. I'm just going to start with my buns, and then I'm just going to progress from there. So I just decided, okay, I need to start with something that I do know, and then I'm just going to keep practicing. And I think my idea was to show on social media also my journey with decorating cakes and, the fails, because sometimes they also happen. But it's part of the journey. And then hopefully in a few weeks, months, I don't know, I'm going to start with cakes and with cookies. I just want to do a lot of different bakes because I think it's way more fun like that.
Yeah, I think it is too. So have you experienced any challenges with starting your businesses so far?
I think my biggest challenge has been just my mind, like in the beginning I was like, oh my God, how do I start a business? Like everything about the inspection, I was just so scared of everything. I was like, oh my God, and then a trademark and a website. And I just feel like all of these worries were in my mind. But then as soon as I started, like, I'm just going to take one step at a time. I'm going to do it slowly and start with what I know. I'm just going to start testing recipes, started posting some videos, and then all the other things I just start researching and then, try to get into the groove of things. I think probably the biggest challenge yet was my trademark, because I really wanted to have like Barbs bakes, but I'm still in the process of trying to get it, because there's another brand that wants to already has a similar name, but I've been fighting for it because I really want it. So that was probably the biggest challenge. Then there's little ones like big fails in the kitchen, which happen every day. But those ones, it's easy.
Yeah, I love that you said that. About challenges, because so many people are held back with the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, for sure.
And I always tell people, just jump, okay? It really doesn't matter whether you fall, you stand, at least you tried something new.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, it is part of starting something new. There's always going to be challenges, but at the end of the day, you're also learning. Yeah, there's so many things that you've learned so far.
Exactly. And if you're following your dream, then, at least you're trying to follow your dream. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least, like, you're trying. You're not going to have any regrets later in life. That's the thing that I stand by. Like, I need to try everything that I want to do. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to learn from it, and maybe it was not for me,
And that's the number one fear when it comes to, I think there was a book that was written about the fear of, I think the person studied people in a nursing home or end of life facility and asked them what's their biggest regret. And that was their biggest regret, not living true to their purpose.
Yeah.
I know I want to live true to my purpose. So when I'm in that dying bed, I'm like, you know what? At least I did it. Whether I failed or it succeeded, at least I did something that I love. So what inspires your baking?
So for me, as you read in my little thank you card, for me, I love to create moments that just feel like home. I've been living outside of Portugal for 5 years now, and I came here alone, not knowing anything. And baking was something that I would do for my friends, and when my family came, it was always something that made me happy and comfortable, So I just want to give that feeling back to everyone. I love hosting, for example, is my favorite thing in the world. I just love gathering everyone in my house and just making them a nice meal and baking them something. I love the chaos. I love everything about it. So, that's my goal with it. I just want to share love, share happiness. I just share like a happy dance when you eat something good. I just want to create like moments of happiness. That's my goal. Yeah. So I would say probably my biggest inspiration is just my family, because they have been, all of that love comes from them. So for sure, they have been teaching me how to be kind, how to be grateful for what you have, and that's what I want to transmit with my bakes, and hopefully make people feel like that.
And what's your signature bake? Do you have a signature bake so far?
So my favorite and my friends and family's favorite has always been my sticky toffee pudding. But people apparently, they want to order more the cinnamon rolls. And I'm like, you have to try the sticky toffee pudding, is so good. But, people have been ordering the cinnamon rolls. So it's between those two for sure.
Yes. No, I have to try that next time, honestly. Remind me with that. So you spoke about moving to the UK, being an immigrant in the UK. How was that transition for you, moving away from your family and being all alone in a country?
So I think in the beginning, I was really scared, because I'm very attached to my family and I like to be with them, and I talk to them like every single day. And for me, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so scared about moving. But actually, the first year of uni was very easy for me. It was just like so exciting, all of these things happening, new house, I'm living alone for the first time. I'm learning how to do laundry and cook and, all of these things. For me, the challenge came when COVID hit. When COVID hit, that changed a lot of things because I wasn't able to make any more friends in uni. We didn't have classes in person, so I was just stuck at home in a tiny room for 2 years. And
wow.
yeah, it was very challenging for sure. And I was like, okay, I could move to Portugal, but then probably I would lose, the visas and stuff. I would have to stay here. So I just stayed for 2 years. I came when I could to Portugal, but I stayed mostly, and it was very challenging because I was just alone, and I'm a very bubbly and social person. For me to be stuck at home was horrible, and I'm guessing it was like that for a lot of people.
Yes, yeah.
But for me, I think I only actually got through that when Barbs started, actually, because I think I just lost all my social skills during COVID, and then I was just struggling with my mental health, So it took me a while to come back, but now I feel like I'm coming back slowly.
Yeah, now that's really good to know. COVID did take a toll on so many people, including myself. At that point in my life, I was in a relationship and it was ending. And it was just all over the place, and we were stuck in the house.
Yeah.
So it was a very difficult time in my life. If there's one part of my life that I'd like to erase, was that COVID life. It was just terrible. Yeah. So you talked about sometimes there's fails in the kitchen. What's the biggest fail that you've experienced so far?
You know what? It's funny because my biggest one yet was yesterday. Because I was baking this red velvet cake, and I don't know what happened. I'm used to using this type of red color that I've always used, but I was like, no, I want a more of a quality one. So I bought this color ink, and I was used to putting quite a lot with the previous one. I put, I think, way too much of this one. I didn't read the rules or how to do it. And when I tell you I tried it and I almost died, it was horrible. It tasted like toxic, it was horrible. And then I read the label and it said you have to put 2 milligrams per kilo of dough. And I put 2 tablespoons. It was a lot.
Yes.
So it was not good. It was the biggest fail to date for sure.
Yeah, well, I guess now you know.
Now I know, yeah. Now I know that I have to just put a little bit. But yeah, it's good to know, because imagine if someone ordered a cake and then, that's why the testing works. I need to test everything that I do to make sure when I do sell them, it's going to be perfect.
Yes. Do the recipes change, or is it the same throughout? Would you say if you add, 5 grams of sugar, for instance, would it still be 5 grams of sugar?
For me, I'm very, and I'm like that with everything in life. I'm very precise. And I believe that baking is very precise too. You can't really just add more flour. For example, if you make a bread, then sometimes you can add a little bit more flour, a little bit less flour, and it doesn't really make a difference. With baked goods, it actually makes a difference. So you just put a little bit more, it's just going to be more dense or too liquid. It just changes the consistencies completely. So I like to keep being precise in baking because it does make a difference for sure.
Yes. Your social media is very aesthetic pleasing. It's always about aesthetics these days on the gram. How do you plan for your social media posts?
So I normally, at the beginning of the week, I like to do Barb's Bakes, what do I have to do this week? I just plan in general what I want to bake, what recipes I want to test, something like that. But I don't actually plan exactly what I'm going to post. I just plan the baked goods that I'm going to do that day. And then on the day, I'm like, okay, let's find trends that I could do around this. And then I just go from there. I just film everything I do, and then I just create trends around it. And for me, to do the whole aesthetic part, I realized that if I plan too much, if I'm like, oh, I need a good lighting and I need a good sound and I need all of these things, I just bring myself back, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to do it, for me, it's just putting the phone there and just be what I'm like, do whatever I do on a normal. If the phone wasn't there. If I want to dance, I'm going to dance. If I want to like wear my hair in a crazy ponytail, and that's what I'm going to do, I think it's just being genuine, using the colors that I like to use. And then apparently it just all works out, like I look at it and I'm like, okay, this is me, this is exactly my personality, what I like. So I don't actually plan like every single thing I'm going to do, but it happens to be okay, I think.
And that's the thing I like about your content. It's you. Like the vibe that I watched was like, and then I met you, I was like, you know what, this is the same person. Like literally. Yeah. And it's so cutesy. It's so
Thank you.
I love it. I honestly love your content.
Thank you so much.
Do you think social media has helped grow your business?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great platform to just share what you do, share your personality. Because that's the thing. If I want to make, create a community around this and, create this love that I want to share, I think it's important for people to know me and who I am, what I do, why I do things like this, my fails, everything. I think it's really important just to show the whole thing. And I think because of that, a lot of people have come to me and just like, oh, I want to try your bakes. I had a really nice comment yesterday saying like, just because of your smile, I just want to get something from you because it just makes me happy. And that's exactly what I want. I don't want people just to buy them just, because, oh, they want a sweet treat. I know that they're going to buy it because they like the whole thing. And that just melts my heart. And I'm just so, so grateful for it.
Yes. So for someone who is out there, who's trying to start their own business, right, whether being in bakes or any other industry, what advice would you give them?
As a very, I overthink a lot. I think my biggest advice is just to go, step by step. Don't try and think, oh my God, I'm going to have to do this. It's just a lot. If you think about the whole thing, you have to create a website, you have to do pricing, you have to, all of these things. It just sounds way too stressful. But if you just do one thing at a time, just start with it's easiest for you or whatever you have to do immediately to start a business and just go from there. Don't try to think, oh my God, I need to do this all in a week. It's not going to happen. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication, but it will work out for sure. And just do whatever feels best for you. Just make something that makes you happy. And I think it will work out for sure. If it's destined to be, and if you put effort into it, I think it's just going to happen,
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with what you're saying, because I think so many people out there, they want to start their business. They are reluctant because they want to be as successful as the people that they see online.
Yes.
But what they don't remember is that person, to get to where they are, they had to go. Yeah, it is a lot of work. They had to go through a journey of fails, of progress. So just start.
Yeah. Because comparison is the worst thing you can do. Because of course I have some people that I look up to in the social media. I love Georgia from Every Last Crumb, for example. She's just so talented. But then when you go and you look into it and you're like, oh, she's been doing this for years. It's not something that she just started and she was amazing straight away. It took a process to get there. So you just have to understand that we are not all the same. It's going to take some more time for some people. But, just don't compare yourself to the best, to the what's happening right now for that person, because that took a long time to get there,
Yes. Let's talk about Simon. How has Simon helped you or inspired you in your business so far?
So I think the message that Simon brings into life is very important, because I think a lot of people are just like, oh, I need to find a job that gives me good money, and then I need this stable income that comes every month, and I need to do this specific thing because that's what society says. And what Simon does is just opens your mind, and just you have to think that whatever is your dream, whatever you love to do, is what you're going to be most successful at. Because if you're doing something that you don't enjoy, you can be successful, but I think it's probably going to be harder, you know, like if you just follow your heart and just push your boundaries, like you're going to get there. And I think a lot of people are just so stuck in what society tells them that then they're just too scared to try. And right now, like with social media, with all of these things, we have so many ways to get our message and our idea out there that is just the reason you don't do it is just your head and you saying like, oh, I'm too scared to do it. And I think what Simon has been teaching is just do it, you know?
Yeah, just
why
go for
not?
it. Yes.
Just go for it. It's going to take a long time, a small time, but you're going to do it because you love it. And, you know, it just makes sense, you know, why not? You know, you're in this life to enjoy it and to just do what makes you happy. So I think it's a really important message for sure.
No, that's. I interviewed him recently, and he had a lot to say about giving without taking, about following your passions and your dreams, and changing the education system. Like he's well-rounded, just very inspiring, you know, to the generation today. Yeah. So I know nothing about the Portuguese culture. Please excuse me for that. Is baking a big thing in Portugal?
Yes, we have a lot of like different baked goods. And like, for example, the pastel de nata is very common in Portugal. It's like a little tart, delicious with like custard inside. That's like the most famous one. But then, for example, one of my favorites is in the summer to grab a bolle de Berlin, which is basically like a donut kind of with like a egg filling inside, and you can have like different fillings sometimes, and they bring you, it's like a big box of them, and you just walk in the beach. There's this guy like walking in the beach with the big box, and he's like screaming like, who wants them? Like, does everyone want them? And it's just the best feeling to just go to the beach, take a swim, come back and just eat one of those. There's a lot of this in Portugal. There's a lot of different sweet treats that you can have. For sure. I wouldn't say it's something that really got me into baking, but it's something that I for sure appreciate. And even more now that I live here, I'm like, oh, I wish I could have some of that, because back home it was just so easy to get one that is just, you know, when you're here, you're like, oh, now I miss it, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Now, honestly, do you visit Portugal often?
I do go probably 3-4 times a year, so I would say it's quite a good amount, you know, like
that is a good amount.
Yeah, I really need to visit my family, you know, like especially like my mom, my dad, my siblings. We are very we travel a lot. My brother, for example, he lives in Australia. My father travels a lot, so when we get to be all together in Portugal, it's just the best time ever. So I always try to push some strings just to make it work, because I just want to see everyone. My grandma, you know, it's important to be present there too.
It is very important to be with your family.
Yeah.
My family is in Tanzania, and I visit them once a year. So girl, you visit three times a year.
I'm very
lucky
once. For sure.
You are very lucky. So have you had any special moments with a customer that you're like, oh my God, that customer probably brightened my day, or I brightened their day?
Mm-hmm. I did. So every time I'm just so grateful for everyone that orders something. I'm just so happy. And I think everything that they said, sometimes they send me a message saying, oh, Barbara, these were the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had. All of these moments make me very happy. But then there was 2 special moments I had with these 2 customers. They ordered something and I came to bring it to them. And they were like, oh, Barbara, actually I have a present for you. And I was like, what do you mean? Why? They were like, oh, we just want to say congratulations on your business. And I was just like, you didn't need to do that, you know, I never asked for anything in return, of course, it's just a business.
Yeah,
but
so
they
sweet.
just made me something. And so this guy gave me this cake board that he made. And I was just like, oh my God, this is stunning. It's so cute. And this girl today, she gave me this candle that it's shaped like a cake. And I was just like, I don't know what I did to deserve these customers, but I love it. You know, I just love that, you know, they feel the love back, you know what I mean? Because I do put a lot of love in my things, and it just makes me happy to feel that love back. Of course, you don't need to give me something, But it was just a very nice surprise, I was so happy.
It actually comes to show that you're doing something great for the community too.
Thank you.
Yeah, now that's very beautiful to hear. So what's next for baking with Barbs?
So for now, like you've seen my menu, I only have my 3 buns and my sticky toffee pudding. But for sure, what's next is cakes. I really want to get into cakes. I have some recipes already tested out and ready to go. And I think that's the thing. Am I perfect at decorating? No, but I will get there, and I know my flavors are there. So I'm just going to start with like simpler designs and then grow from there. But that's definitely the next step for Barbs is just cakes and then cookies.
Will we see any pop-ups, Barbs?
I really want to. I don't know. I still don't know how to do that, to be honest.
There is pop-ups in Westfield.
Oh,
if you've ever seen them. Probably,
I've never seen them, but
probably could be something like you could get in contact with. I'll share the page on Instagram.
Yeah, perfect. Thank
they
you.
have stalls that they do. I don't know if they do food, but you could always ask them and see if it's something that
I
you
would
could
love
get
that.
into.
Yeah, I would love to do like pop-ups and markets. I love markets. It's my favorite thing.
Yes.
So I really want to get into some markets. Like all of these things is something that it's on the cards for sure.
So let's talk about 5 years, 10 years. Okay. Where do we see baking with Barbs? What's the vision for the business?
I think when I think about it like that, I'm just like, I just want to have these like amazing customers that keep coming in, like not just people that just buy and then they never come back. I want these loyal customers that just stay and they want their cakes for their first birthday for their son, and then Mother's Day, and then Father's Day, and then Christmas, like all of these things. I just want to be part of that journey with families. That would be my dream for sure. I just want to create this story with every people that I connect with and that I sell to. And yeah, I just want to like have a successful business. It doesn't have to be crazy, but I do want to just make this my life, just do this full time, because I do still work in a bakery too. I do both things. I just want to go full time on Barbs and just, keep improving, do like big cakes with lots of piping. Like that's the dream.
Yes, yeah. Now, I always see people bake these huge creations online. Like someone would bake a dinosaur, a house. Like, is that something that you aspire to be like?
It's correct. Like I do prefer like buttercream stuff instead of like fondant stuff. But that's the thing. I love watching like baking shows. I love it. And I just look at it and I'm like, how? Like, how can you create this? There was this show I saw the other day. She created a cake and then she pushed something and then the cake exploded with like confetti stuff. And I was like, this is so cool. Like, I just really want to create like these big moments around cakes. Like, that's the dream for sure. There's so many talented bakers out there. I just love to watch everything and just try to recreate them. It's just so cool.
Like from what you're saying is you want your business to be more family oriented, family based.
Yes.
You're close to your customer. You're talking about their journeys and all that, which I think is such a beautiful thing because so many businesses along the line, all that gets lost. So I really hope you stay with that with you throughout the years that you'll be in business.
For sure. And even something that I would love in the future is to have my own bakery. But again, I still want it to feel like very homey and family. Like I want that to be like my customer base for sure. Because I feel like if you just do it for the money, it just deviates from your actual dream. Like for me, I love to bake, but I also create moments. So that's what I want to keep doing with my business. I don't want to be like, oh, now that I'm really successful, I'm just gonna ship worldwide. No, I still want to have like personalized boxes and just write little notes. Like that's more what I want instead of being like crazy successful shipping everywhere. It's just not what I want.
That personal touch, that's what we like.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I were to take the cheesecake, the raspberry cheesecake buns that you brought, right, and ask them if they could speak, Tell me something about Barbs that we do not know. What do you think the cheesecake would tell me?
I think he would tell you probably like, they look pretty cute. I look pretty cute.
Yes.
I'm the bun, okay? I look pretty cute, but it was really stressful to make it. So just enjoy. I hope you enjoy it. Just know that it was more stressful than what it looks like. But yeah, I just want to like make people happy. I hope it makes you happy when you eat them, and I hope it just makes you dance, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, Barbs, there's an energy that you give out that is very positive.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you so
really
much.
love that.
Thank you.
Honestly, making me feel comfortable right now.
That makes me so happy. Thank you so much.
I really love it. So to round things off, round fire questions.
Okay.
Okay, so this or that.
Okay.
Cakes or cookies?
Cakes.
Okay.
Always.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Tea or coffee?
Tea, for sure.
TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Why TikTok?
I love TikTok. It's just way more fun, you know? Like, I think the video format is just easy, and I just love to scroll and watch new videos and learn new things. I just think it's so much more easy. People are more relaxed on TikTok, I think.
True, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I prefer the video format than, for example, of course you have the reels on Instagram, but Instagram is more like aesthetically pleasing, and you know, I just like to be messy with it and just have fun, so I prefer TikTok for sure.
Yes. Solo baking or baking with company?
Oh God, solo.
Yes.
Always. Because I just think I just get so stressed when people are around. I'm like, because I still want to like make everything perfect. And I just feel like if someone is around, I'm just like, oh God, I don't know what to do. You know, if it's cooking, then I love to just cook with my family, you know, that I love. But baking, I need to be like focused, you know, so I prefer solo for sure.
Yeah. If you were not baking, what would you be doing? What other hobbies do you have?
I love reading. That's actually really funny because I've been telling my fiance, like, I don't have hobbies. You know, my only hobby is to bake, to read, or to try bakes from coffee shops. That's what I like to do. You know, I've had acting in the past, which I really loved, but now like I just need to take a step from it because it was making me like, I was not in my happy era for sure. So I think mostly bakes, watching baking shows, reading baking books, all around baking, and just reading like fantasy books. I love fantasy books. So yeah, you'll probably find me there, or trying sweet treats around London. I love that.
Would you ever write a book of your own?
I don't know, you know, if I was to write a book, I would probably write like a children's book.
Oh yeah.
Probably that would be more the vibe that I would go for. I don't think I could write like a whole, like a fantasy book. I don't think I'm that creative. But for sure, I would like to create like a children's book. If that was the case, I think it would be fun, you know, because I love children. So
yes, yeah, creating a little
cool.
children's book. Oh, no, that's really good. Well, Barbs, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
at
you.
Stories Next Door podcast. We really appreciate your presence here.
Thank you so much.
So if people want to buy your goods,
Yes.
how can they buy?
So I'm currently doing orders through DM on my Instagram, bakingwithbarbs_. So that's where everything is happening right now.
But hopefully we're going to get a website soon.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I will, I promise.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, neighbors. Go order your buns. Listen, they are so delicious. They're moist. They're Barbs. I don't even know what to say, but thank you so much for
Thank
being with
you.
us today. Neighbors, until next time, I'm your host, JEICY Joyce. Bye.
Bye.